What it do, what it do, what it do, everybody. This is Dr. Bellard, and you are watching the Narrow Path Podcast. We are back. We took a week off, but we are back. And we're going to keep this train rolling. Ain't no big thing. I am broadcasting, as always, from my boudoir. You see the throne in the back. This is how we do it. We keep it real. And we're gonna have some fun today. I am very excited about my first guest. This guy here, he's a man of many talents. He has 32 credits to his name as a film, television, and voiceover actor. He's probably best known for his amazing, powerful role as Chayton Littlestone in Cinemax's 2013 television show Banshee. But he's done many other things. Teen Wolf. He was Dwayne in Perfect Harmony NBC show. Kincaid on Teen Wolf, and he has a lot of other things on his resume. Once you hear this guy's voice, you probably gonna realize who he was. His rich bass, naturally rich bass voice that Barry White has nothing on. So I will introduce my first guest, a friend of mine and my smoking buddy, Mr. Geno Segers.
How's everybody doing?
What's up, man?
Appreciate you, man, for having me, man. I'm excited. I don't get to do podcasts as often as I'd like, but
hey, man, we happy to have you, man, on the Narrow Path Podcast, man. This is what we do. I like to recognize. Hello, are you there? Screen froze. Geno, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
You got
cool.
me?
Got you back.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
It says your connection is unstable.
Let's see. How many bars I got? Yeah,
I'm barred up.
Yeah, I'm barred up too. My Wi-Fi looking strong. I think we back.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, I'm gonna ask you the same question I ask all my guests so far. How has 2020 been treating you, brother?
Oh.
Spiritually, emotionally, financially, work-wise?
Well, man, it's been a tough year for everybody. But to be honest with you, man, I take every opportunity I can, man, to get better. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say I was sort of cubbyholed into the big burly barrel-chested character, and I certainly didn't want to be casted or typecasted into that type of guy. So at the end of the season, I talked to a couple of the producers of the show Perfect Harmony. I said, hey, what if Dwayne comes back and he's gone to Jenny Craig? Or what if Dwayne has gone on a retreat and has lost a few pounds? Is that going to be okay? They were like, sure, have at it. And so I went really hard, during the off season and lost a few pounds and slimmed back down to what I feel like is a healthier weight for me. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, I took the time to reinvest in some property in North Carolina. I took the time to get a couple of my cars fixed that I've been wanting to work on. I like classic cars, so I'm constantly having to work on them and do stuff to them. I got a couple of rental properties in North Carolina that needed some work, needed some repairs.
Nice.
So I've been busy, man. I've been busy. I've been grinding, my personal workout. I have a personal trainer. I've been trying to get that cholesterol down. I got that down.
Get it down, brother.
I'm working on my health. Yeah, bro, working on my health. Yeah, man. I really haven't, I haven't been sitting around waiting, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I haven't been sitting around waiting for someone to call. The auditions are starting to flow in slowly, mm-hmm. but it's kind of hard for a guy like me, man.
Because you feel like that you're put in such a typecast to a certain.
They're trying to put you in a box, you know. Right. I mean, they're trying to say, well, he's not black, and he's not native, and he's not. He looks Polynesian, but he's not from the South Pacific.
Right.
You know, it's all these things that they're trying to like slide. I just want to be a guy, you know what I mean, or whatever, whoever the guy is. So I played so-called African American. I played so-called Native American. I played so-called Latino American. I played so-called Polynesian.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And but
you're basically saying you're very versatile, but you're also racially ambiguous.
yeah, but it doesn't really. Hollywood's a fickle mistress. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's like you just because I don't know, because my voice says Black American, but my look says Polynesian.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They could slide one way or the other.
Right.
I don't really worry about it, but at the end of the day, because what's for me is going to be for me, no matter what.
So let me ask you. So what would be your perfect character if you?
Me?
Yeah. To play. Dude. What would be your perfect character to play? Since Hollywood seems to put you in this box, in this stereotype of racial character.
I'll give you a perfect example. Right? A character, you know, God rest his soul. Mm-hmm. God rest his soul. Mm-hmm. I love this dude. I love Chadwick Boseman. I love that guy, bro. He did a lot. I love this dude, man. I mean, got nothing but respect for him. But Chadwick Boseman.
I'm sorry, hold on, you're breaking up.
Not have ever even considered the role of, yeah. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
But Chadwick Boseman probably should have never, ever considered playing Thurgood Marshall. I just don't, I mean, dude, I got nothing against.
I love
Chadwick. I love Chadwick.
I think I agree.
I was a little bit, I gotta say, I was a little disappointed that he would pick a role like that, knowing that the reason Thurgood got some of the things done because of he was easy on the eyes in those halls of justice. He was mistaken for white constantly. Mm-hmm. And a guy that plays James Brown is never going to be a guy. Chadwick Boseman would have never been mistook for white. Never. You know what I mean?
Geno with the hot takes.
I'm just saying, bro.
Geno with the smoking hot takes. You need mitts. You need oven mitts.
I'm just saying. I mean, again,
takes out the oven.
Please don't take this.
No, I'm not taking it wrong at all.
I don't want anyone to think I'm speaking ill of a man who's not has the ability to defend himself. I'm simply saying that, hey, come on, man. It'd be like me. Okay. Case in point. Mm-hmm. I don't care how good a trumpet player I am. There is no way they're going to cast me as Satchmo, as Miles Davis. They would never cast me as Miles Davis. Never.
I get it.
Never.
Listen, I get it. People who watch this podcast and people who know me know that I'm a huge Chadwick Boseman fan. Huge. It's well documented. But
same here, bro.
But I see your point of view on that, and I think a lot of people felt that way. Thought that physically he was miscast in that role.
I agree.
And
I agree, bro.
Because he's talented enough to pull off pretty much anything.
He's got the skills. He's got the chops. He can do whatever he wants. But I was offered a role early in my career, and I needed this job, bro. Mm-hmm. I needed this job. Mm-hmm. But I said no. I said no because I felt uncomfortable taking on a role of this particular character whose family still exists. And he was an Afro-Puerto Rican. And he was an Afro-Puerto Rican who was constantly being called the N-word and things like that, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, I'm not going to take that role.
Right.
I'm just not gonna, out of respect for the brother who is,
I, I'm just not gonna do that.
I'm just not gonna do that role, man.
Right.
I mean, maybe I don't know, maybe I should have done it, but
Right.
I would have never been comfortable accepting a role like that.
No, and you went with your gut and you went with your spirit, and a lot
Right,
of actors don't do that because they need the money, um,
right,
and so they just take pretty much anything, and it takes a man to stand on his convictions, especially in a time like that. So no, I commend you, man. We all at some point have to reach that crossroad, and we will, as
hmm,
entertainers, reach that crossroad where
absolutely.
do we go with what we stand for, or do we follow the money? And
Yeah.
and the time will come, and
Oh yeah. We
I've
all gonna be challenged, bro. We
we
all
are,
gonna get challenged
we are going to be
one way or
challenged.
the other.
It-
Right.
What you gonna do? So
Yeah.
so for people who aren't familiar with you, um, let the people know how you got started in the industry. I know you started out in voiceover work, and that kind of
Yeah.
transitioned over. Someone heard you, and you ended up getting an agent, and you do a lot of
Right.
voiceover work, and that transitioned into film and things like that. Kind of tell your story for the audience who isn't familiar with you all the way up until this point.
That's pretty much it, man. I was a former rugby player and athlete in Auckland, New Zealand. And as I got to that point in my life where, you know, you can't keep beating yourself up like that, you know.
Mm.
And so I started doing. I majored in engineering, and I started working with fluid systems. I used to design piping systems, pressure systems, transferring of any kind of fluids from water to peanut butter. So I was I was I was challenged in a way that was very competitive, and that's what I enjoyed more than anything, which was competing. And so a year or two later, I decided to go out on my own because I was hamstrung by the industry because they didn't they didn't like the direction I was going all the time because I would do things that was unconventional in order to get more work. I would just do things in a weird way. They didn't really quite like it. So we kind of got off track. And so I just decided to go out on my own, which was the best thing I ever done. And I used to, I had like three or four small little businesses where I would buy and sell businesses, buy this business, his customer base, and then rework the business and then sell it back or come on as a partner, a 40-60 split. I pay $40,000 for 40% of your business. After end of 18 months, I sell it back to you at the current value. If it's 200,000, you owe me 80,000. You know what I mean? Sort of like that. So I was doing stuff like that, and then I had this security business where I was doing some bouncing at different clubs. And one of the bouncers said to me, "Hey, man, you know, you should do something with your voice." Because, you know, in New Zealand, everybody talks like this, way up here in the nose, way up in.
Right.
So me, I speak from the chest, which is a little bit different in New Zealand. So I was already like different. I was already different.
Mhm.
And so I walk into a radio station to do some ads, and I sort of figured out how to do the ad. You know, I had to learn it. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
it,
Voiceover work isn't as
it
easy as
doesn't come
you
natural.
think.
Yeah, people think, oh, you just talk. No, it
No,
doesn't.
no,
It doesn't come natural, bro. I
it
mean,
doesn't come.
especially promos. Promos, it's not a natural thing to just, you know, if you're tired of partying, it's just not.
Right,
You know, just to have that kind of energy
right,
and on the mic.
right.
So I kind of got my head around that and was doing promos in Auckland. And then I sort of went and tried to get a voiceover agent, knew nothing about agents. So I got a modeling agent to be my voiceover agent. I thought an agent was an agent,
Right,
right?
right.
But I didn't know.
No.
And so she was the girl that was booking me out was booking me for commercials. So I thought it was voiceover commercials. So I would turn up to the on-camera audition. I'm looking for the microphone. I'm like, where's the mic? They're like, oh, no, you don't need a mic. I said, oh, I don't need a mic? Oh, okay, cool. And so I'm auditioning in front of this person, and they're just asking me questions. And I'm like, yeah, I'm from North Carolina, and I'm just talking. And they said, could you just say these lines? So I'm reading the copy like I would read it for a commercial, right?
Right.
Like on air commercial. And they'll say, hey, could you just not sound like you're reading it like a commercial? I was like, but this is a voiceover commercial. She says, no, this is on camera commercial. And I'm thinking, I'm a voiceover guy. I'm not an on camera guy.
Right.
Right. I was like, I'm here for the voiceover.
You're like, what's going on?
Right. I'm like, I'm here for the voiceover. She says, no, this is on camera. I was like, man, I gotta call her because this ain't working. And then I booked the job. And it was like, well, let's go with it. And so I just kept going with it and walked into an audition for Disney and booked the job and moved to Australia and never looked back.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. That I was reading your bio, and that's pretty interesting to me that you were cast as the role of Mufasa in Disney's Australian stage production of Lion King. That's pretty cool, man. That's
that was fun. That was fun, man. I gotta tell you, but honestly, my first audition, my first singing audition ever was for the Lion King. I never auditioned as a singer. Who wants to hear bass, right? If they want to hear bass, they go get Barry White or Isaac Hayes. But I didn't think that nobody would want to hear, a bass singer. And so when I auditioned, and it was my first job, they said, we can't put him in the role of Mufasa right away. So we're going to let him understudy Mufasa, play ensemble, and we'll bring him in for Melbourne. And that's what they did. Because I took a year and a half understudying Mufasa, really learning how to do it, really learning how to,
the ins and outs,
project the ins and the do's, the don'ts, being, just being around the theater, man. It was my first job ever. I had no idea what it took to put on a show.
Yeah, most people don't just getting in.
Yeah. So I would do a show, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would come to the theater.
What is going on?
Nervous.
Mm-hmm.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
I would be there an hour before the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would do warm-ups. I would do physical warm-up. I would do vocal warm-up. I would do all this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And at the end of the show, I would run to the rehearsal hall and go through the entire show as Mufasa.
Mm.
I would literally go through the entire show from Scar, release him. Sarabi and I didn't see you at the presentation of Simba, all the way to his Simba, remember who you are.
Wow.
To that, I would go through the whole thing.
Wow.
Every night after the show because I wanted to be ready. You know how it is when you play sport, bro. It's about reps.
Yeah, it's about reps and being prepared.
Bro, if you ain't getting the reps, you ain't gonna ever be ready, man.
Right.
So at the end of every show, I would go down.
Mm-hmm. Hello? I apologize for my internet. I don't know what is going on. It's never done this before.
Yeah, now you're frozen, bro.
My Wi-Fi is strong. I don't know why.
Same here, bro.
Yeah, it's never done this before. But we're gonna keep it pressing. Wow. Like I said, we keep it real here, 100%. So it is what it is. We're gonna keep pressing. But yeah, man, it's all about reps. It's all about
them reps, man.
And being
all about them reps.
When the coach call your number, you got to be ready.
That's it. You better deliver. Deliver. And so that's how I went into this business, and that's kind of how that's my approach to it. I get the reps before, like I spend it on average 4 to 6 hours with every audition. So I'm getting the reps
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like, if I'm not auditioning, if there's nothing coming through, I'll just pick up some copy and just do it.
And bang it
You
out.
know, I'll pick up a copy and have a look at it and study the lines and study the character and study what I want to do and find some gems. You know, I find some really cool concepts, cool ideas to bring to a layer of another character that I might be auditioning for.
Right. And
You know,
and that's the key, man. You got to
so
stay ready. You know the old saying.
you got to stay ready, bro.
Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
One voiceover that I'm pretty excited about. Me and my kids were here for the summer a couple of months ago, and we started watching Voltron because I grew up on Voltron. You know, so
Yeah, me too. Me too. I know that Voltron, bro. That was man.
Yeah, Voltron on Netflix, and I didn't
Yeah.
know that you voiced over Geiger. Is it Geiger?
Yep.
That's
Gerg.
yeah.
It's Gerg.
Gerg. Is it Gerg?
Gerg. Yeah,
Gerg.
it's called Gerg. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know you. I didn't even know you were in that, bro, until I started reading up
man.
on you and doing your research. And I was like, yo, because me and my kids, man, we loved it, man. We tore through Voltron. I didn't even know you were in it.
Yeah,
So.
dude. Yeah, I was really hoping to get. I actually had auditioned for one of the roles in the series. One of the I auditioned for the evil the evil king, the evil I can't think of the guy's name now, but I auditioned for the main antagonist.
Right, got you. I know who you're talking about. His name is on my tongue too, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I auditioned for that. I auditioned for that, and I didn't get it, and so I just moved on with life. And then they called me and said, "Hey, we got I didn't even audition for Gert. They just said, "Hey, we got this role. We really want you to do it." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So I go in, and I got a couple of little blurbs on TikTok where you can see me in the box doing the role of Gerg. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Gerg is at the dinner table and he eats it, and it's like that's on my TikTok, man. It got a bunch of hits that got a bunch of views. I mean, I guess people don't think about it, but I mean that's a kind of a cool little thing to do, to videotape yourself while you're voicing a character, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is to see behind the scenes.
Yeah. My friend Damien Portier told me to do that, and Damien does a lot of video games. Mm-hmm. And he told me, "Hey man, you should videotape yourself." So I started doing it, and so I started using that footage after, of course, the show airs.
Right.
I would never do it before it airs.
Right.
So I do it after the show airs, and then I give credit where it's due.
Absolutely. Now, as we mentioned earlier, you're probably known best for your character as Chayton Littlestone in Banshee. I want to show the and Teen Wolf and some other things. I want to show the audience your reel, just to let them see how talented you truly are. And we'll be back. I usually only show maybe about a minute and a half, 2 minutes of people's reel, but your reel is about 4 minutes. And I really don't want to cut anything out, so we're gonna run the whole reel, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Is that cool?
All right, cool.
What is it, white people in chains? From the day you got here, you've been locking people up. Tell your sheriff I'll see him soon. During a duel between brothers on the grounds of the Palace of Versailles.
So you're familiar with it?
Oh, Mr. Katashi knows what he wants. We'll take it. You got no business being on the res, Carl. Well, that's something we can talk about. See, all the land around here was Kanaho land before the white man ever sailed. And then your forefathers stole it, parceled it up, and sold it as if they were entitled. Just like you feel entitled to walk into my house because you wear that piece of polished tin. And now a red girl has been killed on white man's land that should have rightfully belonged to her people to begin with. And you don't see the audacity it takes for you to turn up your pointing fingers? You didn't kill her. You got nothing to worry about. Do I look worried? The real one involves an encounter in the woods with a vicious animal. Its bite caused one of the men to change into something monstrous. By his family's code, brother of this man killed him with this very gun.
I'm gonna trust you guys with the money here and speak.
Personally, I'd like to hear your story. I don't kill Indians. No? What about your brother? You came onto the res without a federal warrant. These arrests are illegal. If you give a shit about the dead girl, seems to me you should be looking for the Amish kid. I'll see you again, cop. Outside this cage. This is Chase.
What is it?
Alex Longshadow is dead. Back up.
Where are we going?
Home.
Certified badass, bro.
Dude, that brought back some painful memories, bro.
Man, bro.
Dude, Chayton was exhausting, man.
Really? Why so?
Oh, dude, he was angry all the time. I'm tired just looking at this guy, bro.
I can
And
imagine.
what's crazy is it was hard for them to match me with someone that, you know, to play to do my stunts, to do my fight scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do all my fight scenes.
That's what I was going to ask you, if you did your own stunts.
Bro, I did my own fight scenes. They wouldn't let me do the big stunts. I was cool with the cliff diving, but they wouldn't let me do it. I was cool with the any kind of high jumps. I was cool with it, but they said, nah, you break your leg, you hurt yourself, that's it, we're done.
Insurance, all that stuff.
So they wouldn't let me do it. But like all my fight scenes, all my running scenes, that was me, bro.
Yeah. How long did it take? Did you have to take any MMA courses?
No, I did full contact fighting. I was a fighter I did some fighting in Thailand and in New Zealand, and I was a wrestler in high school. and I did some wrestling in college. So I move pretty good for an actor. You know what I mean? I'm not like a professional fighter or nothing like that, but I move pretty good.
Yeah, you're a former athlete, so yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's all about the footwork and the reps, baby.
Yeah, it's all about the footwork. How long did it take to choreograph those scenes?
Well, I mean, we had a really good stunt coordinator by the name of Marcus Young. Marcus he's done work all over all over Hollywood. He's working on the Outer Banks now in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So Marcus, we had days, like we had a fight scene for this episode. We would have a week before the fight scene, before we even got to the episode. So we would be practicing the fight scene and pre-visiting the fight scene for the producers a week before we actually had to shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
So you could get anywhere from 4 to 6 days to really work out the choreography, because you're talking about 106 or 89 moves in one fight, bro. That's a lot, to choreograph. So what they would do is they would shoot it in pieces. So they would do 8 to 10 moves, and then they would shoot it again. Okay, we'll get that out, and then we'll repo and get all the positions we want for the next 8 to 10 moves and piece it together like that. And then at the end of that, we would do one wide so that we could get, the wide shots.
With everything.
And it was just, dude, that pit, being in that pit, I was in that pit for 18 hours.
Ooh, a day?
18 hours, bro, I was in that pit.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, I don't know how much more I could take of this, man. Bro, I was in there one time. We were in there till like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning on a Friday night.
Just trying to get
what we call a Saturday, on a Saturday.
Right.
Dude. Dude, I slept till Monday morning.
I believe you. People don't realize how much it goes into getting a 30-second shot or something like that.
30 seconds of footage, bro.
30 seconds of footage, man. You
30 seconds of footage, man.
18 hours,
man.
30 seconds of footage.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But the fight scenes, they don't look like, when you see the end, when you see the fight, and that fight's a minute and a half of footage,
right?
Bro, that could take days choreographing that, organizing that, setting up how the cameras are going to move, and then actually shooting it.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah. And that's kind of why I like bringing on people such as yourself to get the behind the scenes info about what it takes to go into doing some of these things. People who have been in the industry for a while and that have done these things. Talk to me about when you booked NBC's Perfect Harmony and how you felt about that. And unfortunately, it wasn't picked up, right?
Yeah, we were all really sad and vexed about it. But I was actually quite relieved when they finally let us go, because they were holding us the whole time, and I was like, hey, let's do something. Pick the shoes you want to wear, put them on, let's go.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like, just tell me if I'm able to go and do other things or not. Because I was just fed up with the waiting thing, But when they called me in, it was 20th Century Fox Productions.
Mm-hmm.
They had already called me in. The production company really liked me for another project 2 years before I auditioned for Perfect Harmony.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw that it was them, that was the only reason I accepted the audition, because I knew it was the guys that really wanted me for this other project, but Fox didn't want me for the project. So, the studio has to agree with the production company, and some things are just out of your hands,
Right.
They really wanted me for this project, and it didn't work out. And I really liked them. I really had a rapport with them, And so when they called me in for this, when I saw it was a goat farmer, I was like, I'm not going in for that. I'm just not going in for that. Why would I go in for a goat farmer?
Right.
You know,
There's not many layers to a goat farmer.
dude. I mean, I'm not going in for no goat farmer, dude. That's not gonna work for me. I don't even look like a goat farmer, right?
Right.
And so when I found out it was the same people that wanted me for this other project, I said, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go in and have some fun. What the heck? I might be able to be the sheriff of this town when it gets picked up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I was thinking that, eventually they're gonna need a sheriff, or they're gonna need somebody in the town, you know.
Right.
So I was just going in to try to reinvest my time and energy into winning the room.
Right.
And so when I got in, they started with each successive audition, they started fitting the character to me. So like when they first went in, they said, okay, this is the goat farmer. In the first audition, I went in. For the second audition, they said, well, Geno, we're thinking about making this guy ex-military. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's going to change the delivery. So we changed it to that. And then they said, well, Geno, this guy's, he's a big, imposing guy, but he's really nice, sweet. He's mixed heritage. I was like, oh. So now they're shifting it to change it. He's biracial. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So now this character is like fitting into who I am.
Right.
And I'm like, dude. And then when I found out he was a singer, I was like, man, cool.
Right.
Let's make this work. I was really excited that he was a singer, which gave me an opportunity to sing on stage again, which was really right up my alley, bro.
That's what's up. Yeah, I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, this looks like a really, really good show. Like, it should have been picked up for season 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it is what it is, man. You know how it is.
Yeah, you know how it goes. You just never know. You just never know in this.
Never know, bro.
Man. You don't know what's going to get picked up. You don't know what's going to get canceled. You don't know any of that. So, I want to. I have this segment called "Best Thing I've Seen All Week." I want to get your take on that. We're going to shift gears here for a second.
Hey, can I take care of something real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
Just 2 seconds, bro.
Yeah,
2 seconds.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, man, my dog is crazy, bro. Whenever he hears those alarms, you got sirens around here, bro, that's going bananas. Can you hear them?
Sirens going off?
You can't hear them?
Mm-mm.
Bro, every day.
Like,
I live really close to a main road. I mean, every day these times they're screaming down the road, bro.
Police sirens or fire truck sirens?
Ambulance, fire trucks, police. Man, it's how LA is, man.
Yeah,
they got helicopters every time somebody has a car accident. They got the helicopters going around.
Yeah, it's always something going on out here.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
People watching this, they know.
So what was this? What's this segment you say? What was it called?
I want my audience to get to know you on a different level. So we're gonna do this little fun thing. This other segment I call "Would You Rather," where we ask you just get your thoughts on what you would rather do in a certain situation. So,
all right.
First question, I'm gonna ask you about 5 questions. First question is, would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life? And why?
Lose a year off my life.
You would rather lose a year off your life than be in prison for a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's me, bro. I mean, I can't be bound like that, bro. I can't be held like that, restricted like that, right, in confined quarters like that. That'll change me. You know what I mean? I like who I am, but I really do like who I am. I really like who I've become. I've made some mistakes along the way in my life, and I've learned from them. I like to think I've learned from them, and I'm still learning from them. But to take and close me up in a cell, bro, I'm gonna lose some teeth, bro. I'm gonna lose some teeth, and I'm gonna be a different person. And I probably won't like that person I become. You know what I mean?
I feel you. We might all feel that same way. Even if this may be your last year on earth. You would rather,
even if it's my last year, I would rather give it up. I'd rather give it up, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna fare well in prison, bro. I'm gonna fare well.
me neither. I get you. Trust me, I get you.
I'm so not gonna do well in prison. Bro.
I cannot go to jail. I cannot go to prison.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like the person I would become. So,
All right, bro.
So question number 2: would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
I'd rather be 20 minutes early. I'm an hour early most days, bro. In LA, I'm an hour early most days.
You gotta be. You gotta be to find parking. You gotta be to find the place.
Especially when it comes to work.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm going to go have a cigar, I might be 20 minutes, 10 minutes early, maybe 5 minutes early.
Right.
Rarely, if ever, late, even to have a cigar.
Right.
If I tell you I'm gonna be there at 3, I'll probably be there at 2:45.
Right. Same here. Yeah, same here. If you're early, you're on time.
That's it, bro.
Question number 3: would you rather have one real get out of jail free card or a key that opens any door?
Wow.
One real get out of jail free card, get out of prison free card, or a key that opens any door in the world.
Well, to be honest with you, I would rather have the get out of jail free card, because having a key that'll open any door will probably find me in jail more than once. So I'm gonna take the get out of jail free card, because I ain't never going to jail and I'll never use that. So I'm good with the get out of jail free card.
Good.
Yeah.
I heard that. I might take that one too. Question number 4: would you rather have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for food at restaurants again?
First class tickets, bro.
Unlimited
first class tickets.
International tickets.
Yeah, I'll take the first class tickets, man.
Okay.
I'll take the first class tickets. I buy my own food.
Right.
I buy my own food. Would you pay for them first class tickets, dude? Them first class tickets, man.
Yeah.
I fly Emirates to Vegas. Emirates.
Right. Hey, Emirates is dope, man. A lot of people.
Bro,
I love Emirates.
I've been to Dubai 3 times, and I've
been to Dubai like 10 times. And the only reason I've been so many times is because I used to contract overseas for the Army, and we used to go through there and have to stay there like 3-4 days before we transitioned over. And Emirates, man, I'm like, yo.
Emirates all the way, bro.
Bruh.
Emirates all the way.
And listen, I never even sat in first class in Emirates, and I was still like, yo, this is dope.
Well, I've had the pleasure. I've had the pleasure, bro.
Look at you.
I've had the pleasure.
But
somebody else paid for that ticket. I didn't pay for that ticket.
I feel you.
I didn't pay for that ticket. Somebody else paid for that ticket, bro. But bare minimum was business class. Bare minimum was business class. But bro, I'm telling you, man, it's out of this world. Out of this world.
Once you fly like that, and I haven't.
It's like flying in a club. It's like flying in a living room.
Yeah.
Literally like flying in a living room, bro.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, man.
Once you fly like that, you can never go back to coach.
It's hard, man. It's hard. Hey, dude, I be scrambling around trying to get that exit row, man. I be scrambling trying to get that exit row. But it's hard because it's tight. You know,
right.
It's hard, bro.
Right.
But the best first class flight I've ever had was Air China.
Really? Over Emirates?
Air China over Emirates, simply because of the food. I mean, it's close. It's like that. But bro, Air China, I flew first class to Shanghai. Man, they had 7-course meals. And I'm talking about chicken with the bone in, not no drumettes, like real chicken leg and thigh.
Wow.
They had a Western meal and they had an Eastern meal. And like, dude, I couldn't get no sleep on the flight because they were constantly bringing me something to eat. It was,
right,
bro, it was first class Air China. It's up there with Emirates, bro.
Really?
It's up there with
That's the first time I've heard. That's the first time I heard the name drop.
Air China. Yeah, I said it. Air China.
Right. Because I know Qatar, what is it? Qatar Airlines? They're all right too, but they're not Emirates. But
Qatar. Lufthansa was good too. When I flew Lufthansa to Switzerland, they were pretty good.
Yeah.
They were pretty good, but they weren't Emirates.
It wasn't Emirates.
It
wasn't Air China.
It wasn't Air China. It wasn't even Air China.
Right.
But bro, I'm telling you, when I flew Lufthansa airline, we were flying from Germany to where were we going? I think we're going from Germany to London to get a connecting flight back to New York. So I can't remember where we were going, but this dude, we were an hour late getting on the plane. An hour late.
Mm-hmm.
This dude says, I'm going to try to make up for the time. I'm going to try to make up for the time. Maybe we'll get you there 15 minutes late as opposed to an hour late.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, when we took off, you know that feeling when you take off and you're leaning back like that?
Yeah.
I felt that the whole flight, bro. That took us like we were taking off the whole flight.
Yeah, he was gone.
Bro, we got there 10 minutes ahead of time.
Wow. He went supersonic on y'all.
Bro, we were like, dang. The seatbelt sign was on the whole time, bro.
He was gonna make up that time.
Bro, he had his foot in that. He had his foot in that dang gas tank, man. We landed that plane empty.
Wow.
I guarantee you, we landed that plane empty. That joker was not playing.
He wasn't playing around. He was like,
we got there though, bro.
I'm gonna make my time.
Bro, we made that time. I made my connecting flight. I was there early, bro. I didn't have no problem.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Last question. Would you rather move to a new city or town every single week or never be able to leave the city or town you were born in?
Move every single week, bro.
That means you got to pack. That means you got to unpack when you get there. You got to pack when you.
Bro, I've been around the world with a carry-on, bro.
Okay.
I've been around the world with a carry-on.
Okay, I hear you.
I'm down with the travel, bro.
Okay, I hear you.
I'm down with the travel.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, Mr. Geno Segers, it has been awesome talking to you, brother. I really appreciate you coming on. I want you to tell the listening audience out there what projects you got coming up, what's on your plate, what you got coming up, and just let them know not only that, where they can find you on social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff.
Well, first off, let me just say thank you for having me, brother. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to catching up with you again at the Cigar Lounge. But currently, I'm working on some independent projects that some friends of mine are getting together and doing. We've already released one project that me and a friend of mine did by the name of Ryan Ochoa. It's called Save the Island. It's what happens after Pair of Kings is over. So we were able to get Mitchell Musso, a few of the other characters in the show, and to sort of chip in and call in a few favors, and we were able to get that done, and we're really excited about that. I think it's up to about 200,000 views on YouTube now, so that's really going well for us. I'm doing a show in Vegas. We're shooting a pilot for a show. Hopefully we'll be able to pitch that to Netflix. I can't really talk too much about it right now. Also, I'm just constantly, like I said, I'm constantly staying busy, man, working on, personal things, personal businesses. My brother and I own a car dealership in North Carolina. We're doing real estate. We're constantly looking for opportunities. I hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to invest in a piece of a cigar lounge in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So we're trying to stay busy and active no matter what we do. But in terms of getting in touch with me online, man, you can just look up Geno Segers. That's Genosegers. across social media. Geno Segers on Twitter, Geno Segers on Instagram, Geno Segers on Facebook, genosegers.com. You can go and check out what's coming up with me online just at my website.
And what agency?
Also, I'm with APA, and I'm managed by LA Management, a man by the name of Anthony Topman. And so, yeah, you can reach out to my agent, my manager. My agent at APA is Dan Barron. Or you can reach out to me directly at geno@genosegers.com.
Wonderful. Wonderful, man. It has been a pleasure. One of my best shows, well, outside of the internet. But it's been a real pleasure talking to you, brother. And like you said,
likewise, bro.
We're going to get up this week or next week. Man, did you change locations on me, brother?
Dude, we were tired. I was tired of sitting outside, man. I was tired of sitting outside on Ventura Boulevard, man. So we went up Ventura Boulevard to a place called Bad Ash.
Is it cool?
You know, it was pretty laid back, man. It's pretty nice.
It's pretty nice?
It's pretty nice, man. I'll shoot you the address, man, next time we go.
Cool. Yeah, shoot me the address, man. I went go looking for my peeps. I'm like, man, what peaches? They just It got tired sitting out there, man, on that front stoop, man. Yeah, I'm over this Corona thing, but
yeah, man, me too.
We definitely gonna get up, man, and smoke us a stogie. And man, once again, I appreciate you, brother. Very talented, very underappreciated, very underrated.
Appreciate it,
talent in this game. And anybody out there, look this brother up, sign this brother, and we're gonna keep it moving. This has been another episode of the Narrow Path Podcast. I appreciate my audience for listening and watching on this platform, and also on the podcast platform. We can be found on iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Spotify, all these things. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you coming out. My name is D.R. Bellard. I'm the host. We will see you next week on the Narrow Path Podcast. Holla.